I got nothing. Nothing.
Happy Thursday and welcome into the PHNX Sun Devils show. Of course, we're coming to you live from Studio K, presented by Circle K. Make sure you join in a Circle for free by downloading the Circle K app today. Terms and conditions apply at participating locations. Visit CircleK.com for details. I am Anthony Totri, joined as always by my strawberry squirrel girl, of course, Erik, Ruby. We got the Daily Band behind the Mac, making all the magic happen. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. David, starting it off saying this should be a really fun season. Ben and Lee in here as well. Some excited Devils behind the Mac, in front of the Mac, all over the Mac right now, and all over Tempe, Arizona State fans, amped for the start of the 2025 college football season. Rubus.
I'm excited. I feel like, we gotta address not the elephant in the room, but just, some housekeeping here. This is our last show in this studio.
It is.
Studio K will live on, but in different form. And
just not here.
Not here. And, we've had some pretty good memories in this studio. Mm-hmm. Some pretty bad ones, too. But we won't focus on those. Just the good ones. All of our post games for the ASU football season, minus BYU and, of course, Big 12 championship and whatnot. They were in here as well. All the basketball post games here as well. I mean, what a run for Studio K.
Hell of a run. I mean, this studio, although it didn't see it happen on that specific day, it housed the championship. It did. Championship
It raised the championship, even if it didn't see it happen.
Yeah, this is where the banner will be hung.
Well,
right.
no. The banner will be hung at the next one.
The next one. Can we actually hang a banner?
We should hang a banner.
We should
It would make Damon so mad.
That would be actually like that, like
Big 12 championship banner.
Yeah, like a championship banner. Like that would low-key be cool.
And we'll do one for Rising too, so we can just make it like a PHNX thing. Like, whenever we win a championship, we hang it.
That's literally how. Like, I'm dead serious.
We make the Rising.
We need a suggestion box. That way that can go in there. Lee says he just got a new couch. Congratulations on the new couch.
Huge Lee Corso.
Ben says favorite memory in the studio, 24-hour
I don't think
stream.
A second of the 24 hours should happen in the studio.
Happened in the office. In the main one,
office,
in the office in general. What's your favorite memory?
In Studio K or in this building?
Well, you could do both. Do both. And then I promise we'll get to the ASU
I don't know. It's just been 2 years of terrible times. So, I would say, the 24-hour stream at the very end when we were yelling about presidential basketball teams was some all-time
or when we
content.
Couldn't breathe, when you couldn't breathe when the pie was.
Dude, I actually was scared, bro. I was actually scared.
The whipped cream.
Maybe possibly me being slightly inebriated on post-game shows, sipping on some beverages here and celebrating some pretty crazy, pretty big wins. That was a really fun memory. The big hat.
Yeah, the big hat was an era, man.
A big hat was an era. Still can't believe how many interviews we did.
Yeah, I mean,
Kenny,
the official ASU account when Graham got hired posted like a sizzle reel of it, and you were in the big hat.
And they zoomed in.
Yeah, you didn't even say anything in the clip. I was talking, but you the big hat. It's kind of absurd.
What's your favorite memory?
Oh man, I think the 24-hour stream was obviously an experience, but I think watching the season last year in its entirety and doing all those post-game shows, that was a lot of fun. But I don't think nothing is as much fun as getting the chance to talk to some of these guys, the coaches, the players, the administrators, and having them in, like from Ray Anderson all the way back when to Graham coming in
Sam Leavitt, Cole Martin,
Kenny,
Xavier.
Cole Martin, X, Conyers. Like, I mean, the list is never ending of the players that we've had in here and had the chance to talk to. But it's not even just like our show. Watching all the other shows kind of go through that same thing. Like when the Diamondbacks had their trip to the World Series, watching that in here.
When the Suns missed the play-in.
When the Suns missed the play-in,
Right.
that was
Magical.
obviously, that was a big one. Obviously the emotions with the Coyotes moving, watching that show and you know how that was handled here. So it's all of it together, and I think it's exciting for us to close up shop here and then start the next chapter where hopefully there's plenty more Arizona State championships.
Yeah, I think it'll be really fun and a new chapter for us. I think back to like the makeover of Studio K as well. It used to not look like this at all. Much smaller table.
Much
as
smaller
well.
table.
It's just crazy that, you know, in 2 years how much can change and how much will change when we go to this next spot. Glenn saying the best moment was Hate Week when I dropped the diss track.
Yeah.
That was certainly a moment, Glenn.
Lee says, wait, Graham Rossini was interviewed in the studio. That's great. I think he's going to do amazing things for Sun Devil Athletics. Ray Anderson sucked. I mean,
just wait.
Just wait. Just wait. That's all we'll say.
This new studio is going to get lots of good use out of it.
100%. But do you want to, Shane, what do you have to say about your time in the Circle K studio and then just this building in general? But I feel like we all need to like close the chapter. Yeah.
This is the best place ever. I had so much fun here. I loved it. And now I'm sick of it and I'm ready to move out.
We've grown up. We've grown past this.
Yeah. In terms of my favorite memory, probably the Eastern Michigan game. Just because it was like absolute delusion.
Yeah.
The lowest of lows is the Eastern. I know. I'm surprised Totri didn't mention his favorite memory, which was when ASU got knocked out of the NCAA basketball tournament against TCU. He loves that game.
That was a great post-game show. I had a lot of fun on that show.
I had a lot of fun when the Mikhail Miracle happened. That was really fun when we were watching that live.
That was a really good one.
Yeah.
I remember the first post-game show I ever did with Shane and you were gone. It was a Utah post-game for basketball that they lost by like 40.
Yeah, that was horrible.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Oh, the Bobby moments.
Lots of high highs and low lows for Arizona State.
There's
athletics.
never anything in between. It's to the moon or to the dirt with how it goes. But we expect this Sun Devil football season to be to the moon. No excuses for Kenny Dillingham's Sun Devils in 2025. I feel like it was only fair that we talked about all the potential excuses earlier in the week, that we kind of throw them all to the side here and you know, tell everybody.
When I saw this on the rundown, I just knew it was a shot at Ruby.
No excuses, Rubus.
I agree. That's the craziest thing. Is like
That's my favorite. Yeah. That's my favorite thing. It's just like, gaslighting Erik Ruby.
Yeah, no.
I've got a PhD. Got a PhD in it.
Man,
make Chicken Little go manic.
This is the Erik Ruby Bully Week. I've just been getting dogged on every show.
To ALLCITY. We had Spirit Week. Let's have the Erik Ruby
It's already
Bully
happening.
Week.
You don't need to pitch it.
Oh,
no,
man.
I do agree that there are no excuses. All right, good show. You can follow us at PHNX Sun Devils. No, I think this is kind of like the same. It's the same thing that I was bringing up before, where it was, but just a different way to like kind of unpack it. Because in all the questions that we brought up, we settled on, they had a solution for it, right? But now in this one, it's okay. Like, let's look at the positive side of it and like the best case scenario, and also understand that, like, you know, it's funny because Damon's comparing the 2023 Wildcats to the 2024 Sun Devils and all of that. And I think a lot of non-ASU fans or ASU haters are kind of rooting for that type of downfall in year two, or to prove that they're just a flash in the pan and it was a silly year with Cam Scadaboo. But when we break it down, like, there's no reason for that to happen. Like, U of A had multiple reasons for that to happen, and they were still worse than expected.
Yeah.
But there's zero excuses for this team to not be dominant, and that's why they're the number 11 team in the country. That's why they have a chance to make it to the college football playoffs. It's why they're Big 12 favorites, and it's why, like, they're going to be favored in a majority of the games that they play this year, and they have a chance to be in the top 10 pretty early. So this is a team that, from week one, snap one, There are zero excuses not to be the better team lined up across from another team.
Yeah, 100%. And I think we'll do it throughout the show, talking defense, coaching staff, but starting, I think, where the fireworks happen on the offensive side of the ball, right? No excuses for this offense to underperform and to not meet and surpass the standard that they set last year, regardless of that guy right there not being an Arizona State Sun Devil anymore now with the New York Giants, Cam Scatterbo, right? Because how often have we talked about the running back room, the depth, and Sean Aguano? Guess what? Every year, regardless of how good the running back is the year prior, has found a way to still get the same level of talent or production the following season.
Yeah.
Literally, from Eno Benjamin to Rashad White to Xavier Valade to Cam Scatterbo, now to either Kyson Brown, Kanye Udo, Raleek Brown, or an amalgamation of the three, potentially some of the other guys. Like, this running back room is fine. The idea that they're not going to be able to be competitive or successful this season because their starting running back from a year ago is gone is just such a lazy way of talking about it, right? Because everybody in this conference, for the most part, lost their guy at running back. RJ Harvey, see ya. DJ Giddens, gone. Devin Neal, adios. Like, all these running backs are now in the NFL. So everyone had to replace their starting running back for the most part. But Arizona State is doing it with guys that have either been here, that have committed to Kenny Dillingham, somebody in Kanye Udo that had over 1,000 yards on the ground and 10-plus touchdowns at his previous school. No excuse specifically to use that Cam Scatterbo narrative as a reason why Arizona State can't compete in 2024.
Yeah, if we're 3 weeks in and we're saying this team misses Cam Scatterbo, then that's on the team.
Yeah,
that's a them problem, not a Cam Scatterbo like praise thing.
Yeah,
like they have all of the weapons. Like when we go down and we talk about camp MVPs and all these different options and whatnot. When you look at depth charts at every single position, there's not just a plethora of weapons. There's a plethora of like options and different skills.
Yeah.
Right. Like, let's just look at the wide receiver room. Obviously, Jordyn Tyson is a do-it-all kind of guy. He can literally do anything, including blocking. Like, he's a speed guy for sure. He's a skill guy for sure. He's a really crisp route runner for sure. He can go deep. He can be in the intermediary. He could be short.
He's everything.
And that's why he's most likely the best player on this team. You look at Jalen Moss, right? Just extremely crisp, reliable, like soft hands. You look at Jaron Hamilton, absolute burner, speed demon, big play guy that you always have to keep an eye on when you're on the field. Then you go to a Malik McLean who has all the physical tools to be completely dominant on this team, plus had this big play ability to step up when the moment called for it, despite not really being integrated in the offense as well. You can even go down to like a Zechariah Sample, right? And talk about, okay, he's got the speed, he's got the body, he's got the athleticism to step in there and do that. Derek Eusebio, every time he touched the ball, it was a big play, right? Like, and he probably won't even see the field that much.
The darling of camp, who we don't really talk about much on the show, Harry Hassman.
Yeah,
he's been
Harry Hassman's
playing
had a really,
so
really
much.
good camp. Dude, I was at practice yesterday evening. Coben Bourget is doing things that I've never seen Coben do. Like, everybody in this wide receiver room is capable of performing when their number is called. And like,
we still don't know what the other freshmen. Yeah. Like, there's Corey Butler and the other kid. What's the other 3-star?
Corey Butler.
I'll look it up so you don't have to think while I'm there.
Corey Butler, Harry Hassman. There's one other one. But regardless, like, and those guys won't even see the field. Like, there's just so much talent. At wide receiver,
and that's
at
just
running
wide
back.
receiver.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you pair the two groups we just talked about. That's without talking about the tight ends or the offensive line still returning 4 of 5 guys. With now it seeming more and more likely that 4 of those 5 starters from a year ago will be starting at their positions that they did last year, right? With potentially just a new one at center, like
Chance Abels,
yeah. Like, all of these guys from room to room on offense should exceed the standard of what it was last year. Because last year it almost felt like a happy accident, right? Where it's like we got here. Oh wait, we beat Kansas State. We beat BYU. We beat U of A. Oh my goodness, we're in the Big 12 championship and we're playing for a chance to be in the CFP. And not a happy accident in the sense of like, oh, this, like, Arizona State just lucked into this.
They fell ass backwards into it.
Like, that's not how that works. But it's more so of like they truly and this is why I think the season last year was so fun, and why everybody really want to talk about it on a national basis after the fact, was from the jump, Kenny is always talking about how like the games aren't even that fun to him, right? He loves winning, but he's more of a practice guy. He loves the art of practice, and they've put such an emphasis on this program and this team to improve themselves every single day, right? What's the mantra? Be the best version of you every single day, and by the end of the season, you're going to be 6, 7, 8, 9% better than you were at the start of the year. And I think that was, when you look back to last season, so many differences from that first game against Wyoming to that very last game against Texas, right? And it was a process to get to that point, but everybody got better. And I think when people are asked and players are asked, hey, what moment did you know that this was possible? Or at what point did it feel different? And everybody talks about, oh, well, maybe it was a Kansas game, or it was a Kansas State game that late in the year. Well, could it not just have been that, like, every single day since spring ball, these guys worked their ass off to improve, to be that best version? And by the time they hit that Kansas game or the Kansas State game, they were 5, 6, 7, 8% better than they were at the start of the year, and then that just kind of snowballed. I think that can be the same thing this year, except guess what? They're not starting at the starting point that they did in 2024. They're starting at where they were at the end of that Texas game.
Yeah, and I think an interesting part of that is talking to someone on the team who said, like, last year when they went to play against Wyoming, the third string guys were not expecting to play.
Yeah.
This year, every single player is expecting to play against NAU because they expect the starters to do their job, to beat the brakes off of them, and then for them to get an opportunity to go in and play, right? It's a difference in mindset and mentality, right? And last year, you could have belief in yourself, and this is everybody, right? Having belief of yourself is imperative, right? And especially when you want to do something at a high level, for sure. That being said, it feels different when you actually go out and prove yourself right.
Yeah,
everybody's got the belief that they can go do something, right? But until you go out and do it, you can't tell yourself that, like, yo, it's guaranteed, right? Or, oh yeah, like that work is paying off. That work is showing up, right? When Arizona State goes into last season, they're like, yeah, we're not the worst team in this conference. Yeah, we're going to be good. But even Kenny said, I'd be lying to you if I told you I expected to be in the college football playoffs, if I expected to be in the Peach Bowl or to win the Big 12 championship. That's not how these things usually go. Even though inherently that they believed in themselves that they could be that good and they could eventually reach that level. It's when you start proving to yourself over the season is when that belief then starts to, like, snowball and build up. And this season, you're starting with a much bigger snowball.
Oh, yeah.
And you can make it an avalanche if you go 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, right? And then at that point, well, you're continuing to get better, understanding that you have a bigger goal, but also understanding that week in and week out, we know that we are the better team.
Well, and that's why it's interesting, right? Is because we're going to sit here every single week and tell you, oh, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0 can snowball, and boom, that's snowballing. Yeah. But it's not fake. Like, it's talking to these guys off the side, it's talking to the coaches, and they are truly about that. Like, hey, we got so much better yesterday. Let's improve upon that today. They're not worried about that one result. And you hear athletes say it all the time, like, let's just go 1-0, right? Every week it's us versus them. Let's go 1-0, or not even that. It's us versus ourselves. Right.
I mean, that's what the best teams do.
That is what is going to be the situation for Arizona State this year, because the talent's there, especially on offense, right? It's there with your returning weapons. It's there with the offensive line. It's there with the scheme. It's there with the system. It's there with your quarterback, right? There are no excuses for this Arizona State offense to not light up the Big 12 in 2025. But it doesn't just stop with the ASU offense. Going to the ASU defense on the other side of our first break. I've got big news for everybody.
What?
Big news.
Really?
Yes. You know what this weekend is?
No.
It's a UFC card.
No
baby.
way!
It is UFC 319, which means where I'll be posted up on my couch with some pure edibles.
You're going to be posted up in your couch.
Honestly, with the uplifting effects, just pretty much eating some candy, because pure edibles taste like Candy, a full-fledged candy company offering gummies, Kicks, which are their version of Starburst. They've got chew soft candies like caramel and then hard candies as well. The best part, in my personal opinion, about Pure Edibles is that they have that candy taste with all that sugar like all of their competitors. Look, they've got gummies with those uplifting effects if you're like me and you want to just vibe and enjoy that UFC card this weekend, or maybe you've got trouble sleeping after a long week. Well, Pure offers gummies for sleep support as well. Make sure you go find yourself some Pure Edibles products from one of the over 130 dispensaries across Arizona.
I remember the first time I was told we were going to do a watch party at Chicken and Pickle, and I didn't know what Chicken and Pickle was, and so I was a little confused.
What in the Chicken and Pickle just happened?
Chicken and Pickle happened. And then
what is going on here?
Then I showed up, Anthony Totri, and I understood the magical place that was Chicken and Pickle. Not just magic because you could play pickleball indoor, outdoor. They have other games like, life-size Jenga, ping pong, all of that.
They got Battleship, I think.
Dude, the food. Man, talk about taking a Pure Edible and sitting down in front of a bunch of their TVs and watching some UFC.
Actually, not low-key. High-key, the food's fire.
Their chicken, obviously incredible.
The
pickle's incredible. But, they got other things. They had ribs. They had pulled pork. They had quesadillas. Man, it was so good. Chicken and Pickle is the best place for you, whether it's a date, family fun time, whatever it is. 9330 West Hannah Lane in Glendale, located in Westgate. Family-friendly fun awaits at chickenandpickle.com. Plan your visit today.
Family-friendly fun awaits.
Yeah, you got smacked in the face by that lower third.
That was tough.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Was that a part of the
I've never seen that before, and then it stayed like that. It wouldn't move.
That's tough. Trivoli TV says Texas Tech gonna be hard. Glenn also talking about the new ruling. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
That Big 12, I want to say ADs voted 15-1. That you can't throw anything on the field anymore. You can do Texas Tech is allowed to do their pregame tortilla toss. But if they do it, I think more than just the one time, then it will be, I want to say, a 15-yard penalty.
A team will receive warnings for the first 2 violations.
Why do you think they would do that?
Before 15-yard penalties.
Why did they do that?
Because they saw your short that said it wasn't safe.
Yeah.
Great short.
Yep.
Great short.
Are the reason for this.
I mean, I didn't think that it was unsafe.
I think it's unsafe, especially on turf. It's unsafe.
Yeah.
I was playing basketball this morning with
on turf.
No.
Okay,
but slipping and sliding on no.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Slides high.
The team will receive warnings for the first 2 violations in a game before 15-yard penalties begin. Ross Ellinger then continues and says, this move most impacts Texas Tech, whose fans hold a tradition of tossing tortillas on the field, most notably during opening kickoffs. This policy will allow for the tortillas to be thrown at opening kickoff, but will result in a warning. A third incident may result in a penalty. So they can still do it twice. And then there's a penalty.
but here's the thing. You do it twice, then someone's almost certainly going to mess up a third time.
15 yards?
That's huge.
I'm an opposing fan. I'm bringing tortillas to the Texas Tech game, and I am just heaving them.
You know what?
Out of the field.
Yeah, true.
Heaving them on the field.
That's why you don't do it twice. You know what you do? You wait for that tortilla to be thrown for the third time, and then you run like the craziest hook and ladder that anybody's ever seen.
I am throwing bags of tortillas.
And that's the things we play them at home this year, but the next year if we play them on the road, or the year after that, whenever we play Texas Tech on the road again, we gotta send an undercover agent.
I'll go.
With
I don't
tortillas.
even need to be undercover,
and
man.
Totri's just throwing them.
Yeah, whole game.
Totri, you're no longer covering this team. You are just posting up at the stadium every single week.
Man.
You have to sababotage, or
Texas Tech tortilla Totri.
Or let's just say this:
Pistol Pete peanut punch.
Going down to the end of the season.
Totri's tortilla toss.
Totri's tortilla toss at Texas Tech.
Wow.
Anyways, what I'm saying is, and this is big brain thinking, we need to get on this, is if it's coming down to the end of the season and it's like a multi-team race for the Big 12 championship and it's really close and it's like Texas Tech and ASU are 2 of those teams, who's to say that Arizona State can't send somebody to a Texas Tech versus somebody else game on the road and sabotage Tech in that game?
I mean, that does feel like a crazy college football scandal. Where it's like it comes out 2 years from now that Arizona State
Arizona State is involved in Tortillagate.
Yeah, they sent analysts to opposing Texas Tech games to throw tortillas.
Not analysts. No. You just like fans. Okay,
it would still be against the rules.
I mean, yeah, but like, could you prove it? If you have like, let's say like you spend like 15 people, okay? 15 fans, you buy them tickets to Tech, all scattered around the lower bowl, different travel, they don't communicate with each other. You have one mission and one mission only. And that mission is to, at different times, you guys alternate throwing the extra tortillas on the field, and then you'll get kicked out. Okay, then you get kicked out. Then there's somebody else. Bang, bang, bang. There's another one. Anytime Tech has momentum, tortilla.
Tortillagate's crazy.
55-yard field goal to make the Big 12 championship over ASU.
Tortilla. Sharon says Totri's about to get banned from every opposing Big 12 stadium across the country.
No, they can't send us.
That'd be great
it's gotta
content.
Be fans.
That YouTube thumbnail and headline would go crazy.
Or even this.
How I got banned from every Big 12 stadium. Yeah, exactly. With just a tortilla in my hand. Oh, my goodness. Getting back to
Totri banned?
Topic at hand. Going from the Arizona State offense to the Arizona State defense, a group that I know we both have a lot of confidence in. That I don't. This fan base has confidence in, especially after what they saw at Camp Tontazona. But very similar to the offense, Erik. No excuses for this group.
I think less excuses.
Well, is there any less than no excuses? There's negative excuses.
Sorry, I have to bring this up. Glenn's talking about throwing a hot dog on the field, glizzy bombs.
Okay, wait, sorry, but back
glizzy bombs sounds like
glizzy
bombs sounds like an artist that has like 100 million streams on Spotify that I've never heard of before.
But like it low-key smacks.
Probably,
yeah,
but
glizzy bombs, like, EDM. It's an EDM artist for sure.
Gen Alpha's listening to it. I'm like, I've never heard.
Here's another big brain thing. Okay, we got to get with Graham. This doesn't have to just be a Texas Tech thing.
No, it could be in everybody.
No, like we can go to Utah.
I don't want to stop.
Go to BYU and throw uncaffeinated sodas on the field.
Or why are we being so weird? Should we just go to the road matchups and be very stereotypical?
You don't have to do it against ASU. It's just like
they can have caffeinated sodas.
Can they?
Yes.
Yeah, they can have caffeinated sodas.
That's the workaround.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, but nothing's stopping you from throwing like beer.
No, that's too far.
That'd be crazy.
That's too far.
Okay, can
full beers just chugging
Let's move on.
I was gonna say what Glenn said, but I'm not gonna say.
Oh my gosh, Glenn, that would be a good one. No excuses for this Arizona State defense in 2025. Starting up front, I think with that front seven, specifically the defensive line, a group that returns everybody, right? Everybody in that front seven that made a huge difference in 2024. Everyone should have gotten better, right? CJ Fight, Jacob Kongaika, Clayton Smith, Prince Dorba, Elijah O'Neal. Everybody on this defensive line should be improved from what they were a year ago. And this was already a top 3 unit in the conference for stopping opposing offenses running the football.
Yeah. I think that especially because they've identified that they maybe had the biggest weak link
last season. The singular issue.
Right? And they know that, and they've had an entire summer to spend doing that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they're not better at getting to the quarterback this year, I'll be pretty disappointed. You know, I think that this could still be an elite defense if the defensive line competes at the same level they did last year. But I expect improvement from Clayton Smith. I expect improvement from Prince Dorba, from CJ Fight. Elijah O'Neal, having him back was a massive win for this team with a JUCO eligibility rule. Jacob Kongaika, I think it's better in year 2 under this system, especially as he came on at the end of last year.
Justin Watley,
like there again, no excuses. We could say it over and over and over again. But I really think that if this defensive line doesn't improve, like, I'll be shocked.
Yeah.
I'll be shocked.
I think, and this is something that when we talk about each and every one of these players and position groups and who's improved the most, right? I think that's something that we talk about a lot. Like, Jordan Crook is somebody that improved like wildly from last season to where he's at now. Somebody up front that I don't know if we've necessarily talked a ton about is Justin Watley. And Justin Watley has improved now to the point where it feels almost like he is going to start opposite Clayton Smith at defensive end. So like we're talking about a 5th, 6th year guy getting better over the offseason, going into another year of this system. Somebody that we talked to after the scrimmage at Camp Tontazona that is just loves being a Sun Devil so dang much. this defensive line is going to be a problem for opposing offenses. And I think they're going to have every opportunity to get to the quarterback now that this feels like a year where opposing teams are going to throw the football a little bit more.
Yeah, they'll be holding on to for a couple split seconds longer, maybe a couple seconds longer in some areas as well. I think there's another reason why the defensive line has no excuses to look good, and it doesn't have to do with the defensive line. But before we get there, Daniel wants to know in chat, how does Elijah O'Neal look in practice?
Looks great, especially with a new number, rocking number 9 now. He looks good. He looks just like... In terms of the size.
What was he before? Was he like 18?
He was 13.
Yeah, horrible number.
I think 13.
Bad number.
He didn't have a great number. He is number 9 now, and it looks like he looks like a pass rusher now.
Single-digit pass rushers are scary.
He looks like an evolved version of like Jordan Crook. Like if they were Pokemon, like Jordan Crook would be the middle version of like a Corey Butler, who's like the little version, and then you've got Elijah O'Neal. Elijah O'Neal is massive. He's a massive player. And he's somebody that, again, I think is such a valuable rotational piece at defensive end for Arizona State. Yeah, Danielle says Elijah was 15. Roman Petrie is 13, I believe. So this is somebody that, again, I think you're not going to probably see Elijah O'Neal start, but you will certainly see Elijah O'Neal play a lot of valuable snaps for Arizona State.
How does Petrie look?
Petrie looks good, but he looked good this time last year, too. It's just more so now that you had so many guys come back. Like, I don't think you're going to see much Roman Petrie unless like there's an injury or something, like unless you have to. But that's the same thing with like Joshua Shanklin. Like, I don't think you're going to see Joshua Shanklin this year very much. And that's just not necessarily a testament to like, it's not a knock on them. It's just more so like, who are they playing over? Because at defensive end, you have Elijah O'Neal, you have Clayton Smith, you have Justin Watley, you have Prince Dorpa. Like,
welcome to being a top 11 team in the country.
So many guys. You're like, your full 2 deep of defensive ends is solid. Like, you feel good, arguably, I think, with any 4 of them starting.
Yeah.
So, like, you don't really need too much depth at defensive end, and you have so many rotational pieces in the interior.
When we talked to Watley, which will be out on Friday, the full interview.
Yeah.
When we talked to Watley, he mentioned somebody.
Ramar.
That was Ramar, yeah. What about him?
Ramar,
he's young, but
him and Albert. Albert looks big too. Albert Smith, like these
the third.
Yeah, the third. Excuse me.
Great name.
These two guys are going to be the future of the edge rusher position at Arizona State. Like, they look a lot bigger. And of course, when you get to fall camp or you get to spring ball after months or weeks not seeing these guys, everyone's pointing out the starters, right? They're like, oh my gosh, like Kyson looks bigger or Clayton looks bigger, but nobody's really pointing too much in depth onto like some of the younger guys. Champ Westbrooks, I want to say, on the offensive line has gained 45, 50 pounds since he's arrived on campus.
It sucks that he got injured.
Champ didn't get hurt.
Yeah, he did.
Champ Westbrooks?
Yeah, he did.
When did Champ Westbrooks get hurt?
In like spring.
No,
I swear.
Champ Westbrooks is going to be somebody that you see for a while. I think you're thinking Plas Johnson.
That's what I'm thinking of. Plas Johnson. Sorry.
You're good. Champ is going to be somebody that is like, and I don't want to get too off the rails of like the future, but like Champ Westbrooks and Jalen Clem are your tackles if anything goes wrong with the guys that you currently have. And that says a whole hell of a lot about somebody in Champ that was just a freshman last year. Like, he is going to be somebody that is going to be a staple and an anchor on this offensive line in the future. And then I think opposite him, like we were kind of discussing, Albert and Ramar are going to be 2 guys that are just going to be monsters at that, defensive line spot.
I mentioned that there's another reason why this defensive line has no excuses to fail. And I will tell you what that is right after our second break. I have no excuse to not change my thermostat if I need to.
That's true.
Because I have an APS smart thermostat. And the thing about APS is that they don't need to do any of this good stuff for you. They don't need to give you a smart thermostat for as low as $0 when you enroll in APS Cool Rewards. They don't need to give you a time of use plan because more often than not, like, you're required to use APS. Like, it's not really a choice. But APS is so invested in the community, and APS is invested in you and making sure that they're not just a service, but they are servicing the community. And that's why they'll get you a smart thermostat, and smart thermostats are great, especially with the time of use plan. And you can save with your smart thermostat just by adjusting it when lower cost off-peak hours are happening. And if you're not home, it doesn't matter. You can adjust it from any device. Now, remember, nearly half of your energy costs come from home cooling and heating and a smart thermostat, well, they can help you manage your energy bills and your money. And APS customers may be eligible for smart thermostats for as low as $0 when you enroll in APS Cool Rewards. If you already have a smart thermostat at home like us, see if you're eligible to enroll in Cool Rewards, plus free install available at the link in our video description. Must be an APS customer, pay shipping and taxes, other restrictions apply. Go to marketplace.aps.com for more information.
Look, it is almost the best time of the year, football season. 16 days till Arizona State kicks off. I want to say you got roughly 10 days till those week 0 games. And then you've got the NFL right behind that. So you're going to need to get your hands on some tickets, and no better place to do it than Game Time. I personally have used Game Time a bunch, not just for sporting events, but for comedy shows, for concert tickets. I know Rubus has done the same, and I think the one part that we both specifically love is we're both procrastinators, so we wait till the absolute last minute to go get these tickets for all of the things. But just because you wait last minute doesn't mean that you shouldn't get a great deal on tickets, and that's exactly the case when it comes to Game Time. It almost feels like the longer you wait, the better the deals actually get. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code PHNX for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply again. Create an account, redeem code PHNX for $20 off. Download the Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed.
Woo! Hit that like button.
Do it. Do that.
Subscribe button.
I mean, do that right now.
5-star review.
Yeah,
on audio?
do all the things. Like, if you can only do one though, because you're not a great multitasker like myself, just hit the like button.
I mean, yeah, and then subscribe.
Well, maybe subscribe.
Yeah, I think subscribing.
Yeah, like, do we have a value system? What's more important?
Subscribing is more valuable.
Is subscribing more value? Yeah.
Also, the worst part about it is that all costs so much money. Oh wait,
It's
nope,
free.
it's all free.
It's literally free.
It's all free.
Yeah.
But if you want to spend money on us,
Become a diehard.
you can
I
become
was
a
gonna
diehard.
say you could buy me like lunch or something.
No, don't do that. You can become a diehard, but you can also do something with YouTube pretty soon. A little teaser.
Really?
A
Yeah.
little teaser.
Wow.
Yeah, and
I mean,
and
this
maybe-
because I don't even know what.
And
it is.
maybe
no idea.
someday you can spam Totri emojis in the chat.
Oh,
Oh.
Tortillagate.
Dear Lord.
Emototries.
Emototries.
Yeah.
I knew there was something there.
Emotries.
Emotries.
Wow. Okay.
You want to hear the other reason why the defensive line has no excuse to fail?
For now, just become a diehard right here.
Yeah. Do that. Yeah. Tell me.
They got nothing to worry about behind them.
Yeah.
There is zero reason for them
Nothing.
to doubt that all the players behind them are going to do their job extraordinarily well, and they just need to focus on theirs.
Yeah. That's I mean, a valuable point, right? Like with
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, man.
The secondary is deep. I mean, not just from the perimeter starters, but the safety depth, the competition you have going on at nickel. Like, there are so many just dudes in the back end of this defense. Keith, Javen, Breedlove has had a good camp. Montana's going in his third year in this system. The back end, you've obviously got Xavier Alford, who I think we both agree is the best safety in this conference. You got Miles Rouser. You got Boogie Wilson, who is, a PHNX Sun Devils fall camp MVP finalist. Right? Like,
Didn't get the nuts though.
Didn't
get the dark chocolate covered almonds.
Didn't get the bag of nuts.
That goes to
at the
Jaron
end.
Hamilton.
You've got Chris Johnson Jr. You've got all the guys, like Space Line, he says, no ceiling for this Arizona State secondary, for the front seven, and really for the entire unit as a whole, because of how many guys are going into another year of this system. You heard Brian Ward talk about it just a few days ago, right? Going into his 20th season calling defenses. And he thinks this one might be the best one yet.
It probably should be. We're talking about this might be one of the best defenses in the country, let alone the Big 12. That's what the expectation is. You don't bring back that many returners, and not just returners. Like, these are not like low-level returners, right? These are some of the best of their position across the entire conference. You don't do that and not have extremely high expectations for this team.
Expectations aren't real, Erik.
Oh my gosh. Who are you, Kenny Dillingham?
I mean, have you ever seen us the same place
Yes.
at once?
Actually, I've literally been in the same room as you two multiple times.
I think you're making it up.
Don't gaslight me.
I mean, do you know what he's talking about, Shane? Yeah.
Don't gaslight me.
Got no idea, man.
I am going to throw a tortilla.
What are you
going
to do? You're going to throw a tortilla?
Totria.
Yeah.
Tortilla. and then I'm gonna spam emojis in the chat.
Emoji, yeah. Okay, man. Like I think again, like just to round out the defense conversation, like you've got such a good thing going with this system, with Brian Ward and the players that they've recruited to play in it, going into another year of it, the back end, the front of it, and then the middle of this defense is damn good too. Jordan Crook, Keyshawn Elliott, Cyrus Fiaseu. I keep forgetting that Crew Jackson and Tate Romney are still here.
Yeah.
Two guys that have now been at Arizona State a while as well. So
and Tate was injured to start last year, right? Wasn't Tate and Prince injured?
I don't know. You're asking
year?
me about an injury that happened 365 days ago. I don't know if it happened, to be honest with you.
I've not been too sharp with injuries.
Yeah,
so
I would just, if you don't know, I would just refrain from it. And then Martell Hughes is as well a younger player at linebacker for ASU. Like this linebacking core is going to be a focal point this season.
Yeah.
On top of the defensive line. So this defense is in good hands, and there isn't any excuses given the fact that you're returning 10 of 11 starters and you've got rotational depth as well, highly competitive depth as well. This ASU defense should be, competing as one of the best, not only in the conference, but like you said, one of the best in the country.
Tate Romney, back to this, did not play until the UCF game, right? And that's kind of a big deal because you look at 2023, like he had like 50 tackles for this team.
He did, but also like you didn't have Cyrus, you didn't have
No,
Keyshawn,
I'm just saying as like a rotational piece and like a depth piece. Obviously, I'm not thinking about him like starting.
Yeah.
But like as having depth in college football and having a guy who has produced at a collegiate level, even if it was for a team that obviously was not as good, like that's like a guy that you're not even thinking about going into this season. And I hope that he can stay healthy and stay on the field, and maybe he'll get some run these first 3 weeks and see what he can do. Because there's always a guy that plays well that you don't really expect.
Well, yeah, Caleb McCullough, right? Caleb McCullough,
who just stepped in and basically won you a game.
Yeah, he played a massive role for this team when his number was called. And I think that's what's exciting about this year's group is like, yes, you return so many proven guys, but going into this year, you're going to find who is your Caleb McCullough? Yeah. Right? Do you have another guy on this team that is capable of doing some amazing things? And this is what we got here. You got to take off your other hat, right?
You got to take off the other hat.
The big hat one final time.
One last time.
Wow. That's something, man. You know how to rock a big hat. I'll give you that. Shane, I feel like you need something as well. Do we have another big hat?
I didn't wear a big hat. We're just reminiscing.
Somebody put Shane on a bus for the next.
Yeah, there you go.
Somebody tweet this.
The big hat?
Yeah, it looked like Toad. Like Purple Toad.
Purple Toad. You are Purple Toad.
Can you give me a Toad impression?
Oh no, I could do like a Waluigi impression.
Leah does a really good Toad impression.
Like, that
wasn't very good.
That was the impression. It was just
sounded
noise.
like a dying cat.
That's kind of what it sounds like.
Boxing, didn't Tate break his arm?
I think so.
I think he did. Low key, I think he did break his arm. Yeah. I think that was. I know that.
Did you guys get hit in the head?
I don't remember. Like this is so long ago that we're talking about the Tate Romney injury.
It was like the Prince news
so
and the Tate Romney news all happened at the same time.
Leah just walked in. Leah, can you do your Toad impression really fast?
We need you to do your
just one little sound.
Just one.
Just make it.
Wait, into a mic.
I'm gonna do Yoshi by accident. I always accidentally do Yoshi instead of Toad.
Okay, do either a Toad or a Yoshi impression.
Woohoo!
There we go.
What was that? Was that Toad? Oh.
It was.
Oh, wait.
Here we go.
Oh, now I'm going to laugh. No, I can't do it. It's too funny. I can't. Let me come back.
Nobody look.
Come back.
What is happening? No, I can't.
We're leaving the studio on a high note.
Wow. There you go.
Oh my gosh. Look, no excuses for the offense, for the defense, for Toad, for Waluigi. No excuses for the coaching staff as well. All that and a little bit more on the other side of our final break. Look, you've got money, I've got money, he's got money. We all need a place to put it. Mountain America Credit Union, of course. They're helping you out with something that everybody needs, and that is a checking account. You guys can get the account with built-in benefits. Mountain America's My Style checking account has perks just for you. You can enjoy restaurant deals, mobile phone protection, telehealth access, identity protection, loan rate discounts, offers on travel and events. And guess what?
What?
There's more.
What?
Make My Style your lifestyle at Mountain America Credit Union. Make sure you visit macu.com/mystyle to apply. Now, it is insured by NCUA. Membership required based on eligibility. Some benefits require no costs. Registration/activation. Terms, conditions, and exclusions apply.
This hat is big.
It is big.
You know what's bigger?
Shaquille
O'Neal. And I will see that guy in person, and you could as well at Gila River Resorts and Casinos this Saturday,
Wow.
August 26th at Wild Horse Pass for a live edition, a special recording of the Straight Game podcast with Mike Bibby, Eddie House, Coach Ty Ellis, and of course, Shaq.
Erik Ruby. Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I'll be there for sure.
Shaq will be there too, though.
Shaq will be there. He'll be talking about his epic on-court battles with Mike and Eddie, his journey building a global business empire. And we all know Shaq put a live microphone in front of him, and he's going to say something.
Yeah.
Don't miss this rare opportunity to witness greatness live, unscripted, and straight from the source. And you can meet me and say hi to me if you want me to. If you want me to say hi, then I will. All right, tickets are at retail pricing when purchased by phone or online, but discounts are available at the box office only. Go get yours now. It's a Straight Game podcast live with Shaquille, Saturday, August 16th, 2025 at Wild Horse Pass. Shaquille is so much fun to say, dude.
Clint.
Huh?
Clint is here for the
Clint
final
is
show in the studio.
With another new profile picture. Is this just an AI beaver? AI beaver. Which is low-key just a great nickname.
That beaver hates practice.
That beaver is artificial intelligence. Glenn's here, M's here, Sharon's here, Bakab is here. I'm sure I'm reading that wrong.
Yeah. Bacob?
Bacob?
Bakab?
I like Bakab.
Bakab?
Bakab one.
Bakab?
This show I didn't expect to get off the rails.
You didn't expect the last show in this edition of Studio K?
Today has Friday energy. It has Friday energy.
Yeah.
It's not Friday.
Can't wait for
though.
tomorrow's show.
Tomorrow's show.
How much Friday energy is actually going to be on Friday?
Well, I don't know.
Are we getting? Here's the thing. Do you lose all of your Friday energy when the Thursday feels like a Friday, or do you gain Saturday?
It's going to be a Saturday energy because you guys are doing it from home.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what we want. Do we want Saturday energy for a Friday show?
No, you absolutely don't. But it's what's going to happen.
Pretty fun on Saturdays. So
I wouldn't know.
It's true.
We never hang out.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's not true. I'm going to see you every single Saturday for the next 4 months.
But that's a Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. See, you never see me on a Friday, Saturday.
No, yeah. Friday, Saturdays are special.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's show will be fun.
It will be fun. Not as fun, though, as this conversation about the no excuses, since Rubus has a bunch of excuses for why ASU is not going to be.
Don't make me take this hat off and hit you with it.
There are no excuses for the coaches either this year. I think a lot is obviously made about the players on this team, but you are returning all of your coaches as well.
Mm-hmm.
And your systems, as much as it impacts the players, to be able to have Marcus Roya and Brian Ward calling their respective schemes yet again, I think is going to be imperative. And now it's there was so much made of the close games last year in 2024, right? And I know even when Saul was in here, he was like, you guys won so many close games last year. Well, not only is the team, I think, better constructed to win close games, right? Additional running backs. You've got now a long-range, efficient, accurate kicker.
Yeah.
But also these coaches now are going to have more experience in these moments. I think sometimes it gets lost in the immediate success. Kenny Dillingham is going into year 3 as a head football coach at the Division I level.
Yeah.
He's been coordinator. He's been, assistant coach, QB coach. 3rd year at the helm of a Division I program for the first time in his young career, and he's already coaching the number 11 team in the country to open the season.
Yeah.
He is only going to get better, which I think is sometimes lost on college football.
And before year 2 was even over, he got what felt like a lifetime extension.
Yeah, literally.
Literally, it's like you keep winning, we're just going to automatically add a year to the end of your
contract. Which is great, which is so awesome. And I think, as long as this program continues to do what they did last year, where they won games that they were supposed to win for the most part, then I think you are going to be in a position to maximize your talent every single week. You're going to be in a position to continue to really sell this brand of a program. And again, there's no reason why ASU shouldn't be ultra competitive in 2025.
So Sharon says she misses Big Hat Month. We need another wager for that. So remind me, what was the original wager? I can't remember. The Die Hard.
If I wore this for all the shows for a month, then Short Bus would.
I have an offer. Next off season, because I probably don't want you doing this during maybe during basketball season.
Okay.
For 2 weeks, if we get you like Mickey Mouse gloves, like big gloves, would you wear them for 2 weeks and I'd buy somebody a Die Hard membership?
2 weeks is nothing.
Because that would be so funny. Like Totri very angry after an ASU basketball loss, and he's
Mickey
like,
Mouse.
gestating. What is it? With his
How
hands?
do you score 12 points in a half?
That was a good Totri impression.
I think for every week you have to buy a membership. So you want 2 weeks? It's 2 memberships.
Wow.
I see.
Totri's premium is high.
Jeez.
I'm throwing that out there. I'll wear them. You can give me
Glenn,
Mickey Mouse ears too.
Glenn, how do you think the hat smells?
Ooh,
The hat smells great.
does it?
Yeah.
Sniff it.
No.
Okay then. Like I don't know what you want, man. Look, before we get out of here, any final thoughts on why ASU should be ultra competitive? I know we got one other thing that we need to talk about.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm so worried.
Yeah, Eric has some thoughts on why that won't be ultra
Yeah,
competitive.
so I've actually been taking notes
back
on
to your corner,
everything
thumb
that
in mouth,
I
start
disagree
crying.
with. Listen, there's a lot of pressure on this team. There's a lot of pressure on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Not just from a national perspective of being the number 11 team in the country, not just from like an actual football breakdown perspective, but from a community perspective. This program is going to be getting a ton of investment and love and support from the fans, from Sun Devil Nation. And as they continue to win, they're going to keep on showing up more and more and more and more. And that's even less of an excuse, right? I don't think we're going to have the same problems that this program has had these last couple of years where it's, okay, we need people to stay through all 4 quarters. Maybe the only reason why they would leave is because you're up by 75, right? There is zero reason for this team to fail on a statistical level, on an eye test level, on a coach's level, on an infrastructure level, on an investment level, and on a fan support level. There is no weak link in the chain. And that's a really, really big responsibility to shoulder. Just because we expect it and just because there are no excuses does not mean that this is going to be easy. And does not mean that they can walk in and out of every single week easily winning the game and having no pushback or no hurdles or no setbacks, right? But this is a team, even beyond everything we've talked about, that should be built to handle any setback that comes their ways. Injuries, other teams being good, whatever it might be, this team is built to handle it. Zero excuses no matter what. That's it.
Boom. Clip. Love it. One thing before we get out of here.
It with the big hat.
ESPN, they tweeted a couple days ago, obviously with college football inching closer and closer, a question. Best helmet in college football. And they listed a bunch of different helmets. They've got Ohio State, they got Clemson, they got TCU, Oregon, Notre Dame, Texas,
Florida
UCLA,
State.
Florida State. List goes on
Tennessee.
and on of all of the really cool, awesome
SMU.
helmets that are out there in college football. Are we seriously not going to include the Sparky helmet in this conversation for the best helmet in college football? Throw away the Sparky helmet, even if you don't like that one. The Sunburst helmet that ASU used to have was an elite level helmet in college football. The Sun Devils options far and away belong in this conversation for who's got the best helmet in college football, and to not have them in the initial question feels like another slap in the face from ESPN.
Hell, the pearlescent nighttime one they wear with the pitchfork on it is hard.
They're all great. Are we seriously saying that Tennessee is a better helmet? Are we seriously saying that SMU has a better helmet than Arizona State?
Totri, can I make you a little more mad?
You can.
Did you see the SP Plus list that came out?
Is this anything?
It's like another FPI thing.
Is SP Plus similar to what's his name?
No, it's not Phil Steele Plus.
Phil Steele.
No, it's not similar to PS Plus.
Phil Steele. I need Phil Steele to wear the big hat.
ASU. Let me find this really fast.
24-hour stream.
So
Phil Steele wears a hat.
Yeah.
They came out with this list for the 2025 SP Plus, which is just another big amalgam of statistics that give you this one number of win percentages and whatnot.
Okay.
Can you guess what ASU ranked on it?
Say what is it again?
It's basically like another FPI. It's another power index of like
what they should be.
How many wins they're gonna have and where they're gonna finish. Can you guess where ASU ranked in this list?
Like their record or like
what ranking?
Wise, like
what ranking they are in college football?
45.
25?
30. Behind Texas Tech, TCU, Utah, USC, Kansas State.
The USC is crazy. The Kansas is crazy.
Kansas State. They're 18 on this.
USC's ahead of them?
Put it on the billboard. Put it on the bulletin board.
They're projecting ASU to win 8 games.
That's what Saul said.
He did say 8 games.
If this team wins 8 games, I'm going to be
super upset.
Mad.
You're not going to be upset, Dodgy?
I had this conversation with Kevin. Like, am I going to really be upset that a team that's 2 years removed from going 3-9, that you thought the sky was legitimately falling because you had a head ass running the program?
He was a head ass.
And the administration, you're going to be upset that this team won 8 games? No, I'm not going to be thrilled because this is a team that has higher expectations. And actually, screw the expectation. They've got the talent to be better than 8-4. I think that'll sting a little bit, but I'm not going to be upset if this team goes 8-4, wins a bowl game at the end of the year, and has a first-round pick. Like, I'm not gonna throw the table because of it. Like, I'm not. Now, if this team's anything less than that, then absolutely. Then yeah, I'll be upset.
If this team wins 8 games, you're going to be mad.
I'm not going to be as mad as you.
Like, you say it now. You're saying that now because you don't think it's going to happen. Like you
I don't think it's going to happen.
You don't believe that they're going to win it. You think that they're like going to be in double-digit wins and be competing for a Big 12 championship.
Kevin came in here.
We cannot spend a show talking about everything that we talked about today in this entire offseason and be like, yeah, 8 wins, I'm not going to be mad. Nah, dude, you're going to be mad.
Kevin came in here and asked me, and he said, what is the percentage that Arizona State disappoints you this year? This is like, I'm in the office for 30 minutes. Kevin comes in here and asks me this question. And I'm like, okay, well, what's a number? What's the number of like wins here? That's what I need for disappointment. He's like, I don't know. And I was like, in my mind, 8-4 is the worst that this team would go. And I said about 12%. 12% that this team disappoints me in 2025. So do I think that they go 8-4? Absolutely not. But if you want to know what our actual record predictions for this team are going to be, well, that's something that you'll have to wait until right before game week right here on the PHNX Sun Devils show. But that is going to do it for today's episode. Make sure you hit that like button, you hit the subscribe button, you drop a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. Again, the last PHNX Sun Devils show in this studio.
Soak it all in.
It's just...
I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that either. For everybody listening on audio... Rubus is just rubbing his big head. That's all that's happening right now. If you enjoyed today's content, give us a follow at PHNX _Sun Devils. You can follow me at Anthony.
What a final line.
You can follow this guy, Big Hat Man, at Erik Ruby. That's Erik with a K. You can follow the Deli Man at Shane Deef.
Not letting Totri get away with this as always.
And we'll see you guys on Friday. In the meantime, go Devils. Peace.
We all silly like the mayor.